Yo, man, I know what you're thinking, right? But I ain't one of them vanilla ice fools, man. I know what's the deal, you know. I know what's up. That's.
I don't want Timmy to come over. I don't like him.
Why?
'Cause he's weird.
Am I weird? Am I weird? Am I everything you fear? Am I the voice in the void, in the space between your ears? Am I leading you to hell? Why you wishing well? Am I vaulting you to heaven with a hypnagogic spell? Can you smell it on my breath? Is it the whispering of death, or the slumbering aroma of the cousin of a coma? Lie up on the sofa, relax and let your lids rest. Look into the nothing to see traces of the infinite. I am the bird boy with busted wing, singing on the sidewalk, hiding from the night hawk. I am the blood pudding, you are the golden spoon. We are conjoined corollaries in a throbbing womb. Am I weird? Am I weird? Am I wild? Am I free? Am I you? Are you me? Must you shut your eyes to see? Is the treetop cradle faded to the weather? Is to fortify foundations a trivial endeavor? Hush, my darling, don't fuss, my angel. What's an anaconda? What is it to be strangled? Death is only practice, resistance is madness. Every ladder step is an exercise in sadness. Lay up on the mattress, aren't you feeling listless? Give your lungs a rest, exhale that breath. It stirs the dust particles, sparkling in the blackness, landing in the eyes of the baby in the basket. Merrily, merrily drifting downstream, awaiting tragedy or charity. It all is.
Like, really think about it, though. What other true crime wrestling comedy channels are giving you this kind of content? Where else are you going to see a grown-ass adult man who probably dodged the draft, let's be honest, covering himself in toilet paper rolls for some sort of cupping seminar, while also hearing sick beats and seeing. I mean, I'm still pissed off that Dylan did this to me. Like, I told him, first of all, okay, this, I just got out of the shower. Like, that was rude. That was rude. You know, I said, please don't take photos of me in the nude. And he does this. And I just got out of the shower. Like, I didn't even have time to put pants on or to cover my toe foot. So, like, that fucked me up, you know? And then he did, I mean, I didn't even have all my makeup on, and he did that, the zoom in. Then he got this video of me at my cousin's wedding, which I felt was fucking rude because it was a family event. And then he got, unfortunately, this is the time that we went to Six Flags and he had to leash me. And I kept saying, release me, and he wouldn't. He wouldn't take it off and put it back on. He just left it. Okay. And then, yeah, so I got some footage of him in the bathroom. Big deal. Big fucking deal. You know, this is what he gets. This is Dylan. This is what he really looks like. You know? And this is our child. Baby Corn. Corn baby. And I got rid of Corn baby. I said, get it out of the house. I don't care if it came out of our bodies. Because that's how you have a corn baby. Now, this is our Mima. This is, you know, just me checking out my body in the mirror. That's Dylan on the porch. Now, this pissed me off because I was at the farmer's market. I said, don't follow me with that camera, and he did. So, like, these are a lot of candid moments in our life. And we just wanted to share it with you. The corn does have Sudoku eyes because it came from us. And we're ungovernable. So, Stephen, I'm sorry if you don't like finding out how I met your mother, but it is a good tan. And I'm riddled with psoriasis. I was very lucky to be that slick that day.
Only practice resistance is madness. Every latter step is an exercise in sadness. Lay up on the mattress. Aren't you feeling listless? Give your lungs a rest. Exhale that breath. It stirs the dust particles sparkling in the blackness, landing in the eyes of the baby in the basket. Merrily, merrily drifting downstream, awaiting tragedy or charity. It all is but a dream.
Good. I said the day we started the channel, I said the goal is to disturb your husbands. Now, Stevie's lucky he doesn't have a husband, so he just gets disturbed. Okay? But that's what this is for. And after we hear the Bray Wyatt mashup, just because I need to hear Broken Wings again, I need to hear it 50 times a day now because it does fit perfectly. It's crazy how perfectly it fits with AAA, Where Are the Titanes 2025. And I think it's fabulous. But after that, you are going to hear another sick Rebbit tune. That's right. Rebbit's been dabbling in Baby Brian lo-fi. And I listened to it a while back and I said, this is so fucking gold. It's so fucking gold. It's so money. I love it. I was trembling. And then I kept every single time I'd start a live, it's like, I should have put this in there. I forgot to put that in there. So today, magnets, dude, we're going to get to that. That's the update. That's the update. Let's just say I had some time on my hands because of a situation with the magnet thing. All right. And I'm going to tell you about it, but I'm going to tell you how sometimes when God enters your home without a search warrant, he often throws a grenade out the window and then pushes you out of it. And then you get all cut up from the window and you're like, why did you enter my house? And he's like, get out. The roof is on fire. And then he disappears and you're just looking at burning, crumbling rubble. but at the same time, you do see something cool. And I saw something cool in the park and I filmed it for you like a weirdo. And I don't know if I'll get sued, but I don't care because there's nothing to take. But I have an update on the magnet thing. It'll come soon after Baby Brian Lo-Fi. We have to get our heads right. We have to get calloused. Dude, Susie, radio frequency? What is radio? So they're so they're going to kill off the nerves. Are they going to grow back and itch though? Ugh, that's the part that sucks. If they're burning them off forever so you don't feel, that's pretty cool. Can I get that everywhere? Can I get it in my brain and my butt?
Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. When we hear.
Also, I have a friend who was getting a lot of injections in her back. It sounds similar. Do you have like a slip disc? You don't have to share it with me because HIPAA if you don't want to, or if you're in serious pain. But like, there was a crazy back doctor here in the Houston area that has fixed so many of my friends' backs. He does do, it is a surgery, but it's great. Like grandma to young friend in early 30s. She did also do cryotherapy, which she said helped a ton, but it's kind of temporary. You kind of have to get into like some sort of DDP yoga or something while you're into it. Something that stretches your nerves and releases lactic acid, which I thought was just milk. Like, oh, you're just milking your fucking muscles. No, that's not what it is. I still don't get it, but she said that helped. Is that the same thing? Cooled RF. Because the nerves recover on each sacroiliac joint. Sacrilegious joint? You have a sacrilegious joint? You best smoke it, girl. You have permission. Yeah. You have to milk your muscles. Dawn Marie just came in at the right time, girl. We were just talking about muscle milk. How you can milk your muscles. That's where muscle milk comes from. It's when you squeeze all the milk out of your muscles and then you don't feel pain. How are you doing, Dawn Marie? Are you still a lemon? You're the only Italian I don't want to cure, baby. How are you doing? We're going to listen to some Bray Wyatt, Dawn. I'm ungovernable. Moo Dang is behind me. I have an update on magnet fishing. You guys are going to fucking, you're going to love the update. Milk isn't acidic, though. Yeah, it is. Isn't that what murders the calcium? It fucks your teeth up. Then why does milk fuck up teeth? Or does it help? I'm so confused. Is milk good or bad? It comes out of us, but we can't put it in us? I don't trust the government. How about this? What does RFK say? I'll do the opposite. One of my favorite bits ever was Lewis Black. He said, a barista once asked him, would you like soy milk? And his fist stopped immediately in front of her face. And he had to pull his fist back because he got furious. And he said to her, there's no such thing as soy milk. It's soy juice. Because there's no soy titty, is there? And I loved that joke. A little meh? Okay. Can we turn the meh into meh or meh? Is there any way we can get you to a meh tonight? Can we get you to a meh? Isn't that a cute sound? Sometimes I do it at Dylan and he gets freaked out. Like he hates it, but he giggles. Like if he's in a pissy mood, I'll just lean in and go, no. No. Never seen almond tits. Well, actually, I mean tits shaped like an almond, but an almond with tits? No. Milk is good unless you are lactose intolerant. There are these goddamn hippies on the internet. Would you believe this, Susie, who say all humans are lactose intolerant? Ridiculous. If God didn't want me to suck on a cow's tit, why'd he put him in the field so close to me? You know? Killed it at the gym today. I'll take the bah. You want to bah? Ooh, that's going to pop the mic. It's going to fuck your ears up. Bah. That's where we're going to get Dawn to. We're going to get Dawn Marie to bah. To the bah? You know what? It's funny you say that. We're going to peep tonight. We're going to do people peeping. We haven't done that in a long time. We haven't done that in a long time because other people decided to do it and kind of take our shit. But I said, you know what? I'm taking it back. I'm taking back the night. I'm ungovernable. Because I saw some inspiration today and I really want to tell you about it. So I'm going to play this and we're going to get to it. Are we the only species that drinks milk after being an infant? That's what I'm wondering. And Kentucky tried to be fancy and switched to Mountain Dew. And guess what happened? All their teeth fell out. Almond water, I call it. It's just juice. Fucking oat milk. You can't milk an oat. Oats don't have tits. Yes. Oh, you want to get to a yes. Yes. Okay, I can get you there. I have some Jesse Ventura shit that's going to really get you guys going. If you've never been wet, I'm so sorry. If you've never felt a little tingling behind the ears because people are saying sweet things about you, never felt that butthole tickle before, I'm going to show you something that's going to thrill your socks. It's better than Alf's Sex Hotline. It's Jesse Ventura outside of his high school going on a rant about the government. And when I tell you it makes me want to punch my fist through a wall out of joy, I mean it. Not even moist, soaked. You bitches want to get soaked tonight? You want to get soaked over politics? Are you ungovernable? So's Jesse the Body Ventura. He could run for governor again in Minnesota, and if he does, I'm moving there. I heard it's cold. Good. Freeze my milkies. I don't have milk. It's fine. I'll get some.
The voices sing. The book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings. Baby, think tonight we can take what was wrong and make it right.
I mean, imagine you're in Mexico and since 2004, you've lost more friends, family, and people in your life to the drug war, more than the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan combined. Imagine you're in Mexico, one of the hot spots of brutality, one of the harshest, most violent areas for the cartel. And then you go to a wrestling event, and then these demons walk out. Híjole, I'd freak out. I'd be like, yo, will the Sinaloa protect us from these fellas? Because that guy is 8 feet tall and is dressed like a bunny. And the other guy has a bird mask and dreads, and he's white. This is making me uncomfortable. That's what they said. People were terrified. And the Wyatt family came in, the Wyatt Six, and they whooped everyone's ass. They stomped a mud hole in them. And now they're the biggest heels. I love them so much. Wrestling is so good. AAA, very, very good. I highly recommend it, especially if you like lucha libre. And if you like a guy named Mr. Iguana who has a lizard on his hand and the puppet will fight you too. Oh, man. Let me tell you about AAA.
It's all I know, that you're half of the flesh and blood makes me whole.
And a tiny pig. Festus. Also, he's so hot right there. I'll show you him one time. I'll show you him sometime soon. He's a fantastic wrestler. Very, very hot. Dexter Loomis. Damn, he can draw. He's an amazing artist. The basement flooded. Oh, shit. I just got that. Damn. Oops. Oops, indeed. I made an oopsie thinking about Jesse the Body Ventura. Oopsie. Yeah, who milked a cow? Who walked up and said, "Let me pull on your tits and then drink what's inside"? Who milked a person? What weird fucking baby said, "Give me that"?
So take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. When we hear the voices sing.
I gotta hear that part again. That's the part. I'm gonna start saying edging and soaked more. Dylan thinks it's funny when I say soaked because I just figured out what that was pretty recently. Just like edging. I don't like feet. I don't like talking about sex. I don't need to see nudity. Okay, I'm a posh lady, you guys. I'm posh as fuck. Listen to me. Tiff said she hates that, and now I can't stop saying it. Listen to me. I get so fucking soaked when that beat hits and the chorus hops in. We lost 3 people in chat because I said soaked. I will stop. I will stop. I am so fucking edged when I see is it gooning? Oh, we lost another. I'm gooning for them. You know what? I'm going to stop learning slang. No cap. No cap whatsoever.
When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and I see. Take these broken wings. You got to learn to fly, learn to live, love so free. And when we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us sing. Yeah,
ELM? Edgelord Mafia. Ooh, I like that. Edgelord Mafia is fun because it's like a gang, but it's also religious. But it also has that. It's all the things I don't like. Religion that ruined me, gang that attacked me, edging, which is sex. This is all great. It's everything I'm not. ELM. We will call our gang that. That is our cult. Are we a cult or a gang? We'll figure it out. Scratch that. I just remembered we are a select board. We will conduct ourselves in such a manner. Who is gooning? Show yourself. See how he crawls across the screen with his fists? It's pretty cool. I would like to enter a room like that one day. It's like instead of crab crawling, you're flipped on your belly and knees just like a baby would crawl, but you're just using your fists to punch down and drag your whole body. So say Bobbeth on this day, the Lord's Day, the 8th of January. What if I entered a room like that? What if the first time I show up in Boston post FKR to see the homies, to see the squad? What if the first time I squad up, I crawl into a room on my fists? Would I be welcomed? Would I be arrested? Sound off in the comments.
Oh yes. What's this?
Motion to make this top of the list. Motion to maybe make this our official song. Maybe I should pay off Rabbit. Maybe I should contact Rabbit and submit some sort of a telegram via bird. We'll have a bird sent to Rabbit suggesting a payment 3, suggesting some sort of penance, some sort of payment. Perhaps I will cut off my finger and send it to Rabbit and say, can I use this song? This feels like this could be a forever song for us. I enjoy it. It's Baby Brian. He will be caged and put in my room at some point. I like this mustache. Is this Freddie Mercury or is this the girl Jordana Brewster from the 90s hit movies, like the 60s, wearing a man's mustache? Who is power director? Is it Ribbit? I don't know. I'm starting it over. I really like this. I really like this. Are you vibing with this? Let me show you again.
Oh yes. What's just I don't even know. Oh yes. What's just oh yes. What's just I don't even know. Oh yes. What's just I don't even know. What's just oh yes. What's just I don't even know. What's just I don't even know.
I mean, I love it. I'm obsessed. I love Baby Brian lo-fi. And I put Baby Brian up in the corner temporarily because it's just, that, I mean, it looks like him, but that song, it makes me think Baby Brian. It is Baby Brian. It is Baby Brian talking, and I enjoy that. Ribbit, it's some of your finest work. I absolutely love it. Mood Dang is behind me. I am ungovernable. Hello, aloha. Okay, let's get to the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Okay, Cheddar Boo, Cheddar Dan. Is that the guy? Who's the guy with no legs from Forrest Gump? Not Cheddar Dan. That's not. It's Captain Ron. It doesn't matter. Look, aloha to you. So we're doing a twofer today. Why? Because I was supposed to do work shit this evening. Stuff went down in court. Everything got handled from my client. Her lawyer took care of some shit. Bippity boppity boo. I don't have to fucking do shit tonight. Kind of knew that early on in the day. So what I decided to do was I'm going to film magnet fishing until it gets dark. Okay. So that was the plan, and that's what I did. I went out to find a magnet fishing spot near me. What is magnet fishing? It's when you take a giant magnet. Miracles, how do they work? Remember? And you take it and you plunge it into waters of various depths. Usually the deeper the better. And the magnet attaches itself to all kinds of fun metals. Still getting used to this. And then once it does that, you drag it out. Most of the time it's trash. And it's a good way of cleaning the waterways and the lakes. So that's fun. But sometimes you get something cool. Sometimes you'll get stuff used in a crime that people are trying to get rid of. Sometimes you'll get a license plate, which means sometimes there's a car down there. Sometimes you get lots of metal. You can scrap it. Either way, no matter what you get, you can usually end up doing some sort of good because you can either return an item to its rightful owner where you can keep an item and make money off of it, if that's the ethical way to go, it depends. Some shit you don't know who it belongs to, but it's not legal to keep it, or then you got to call the police. But sometimes it is legal to keep it, and then you can keep it and make money. Worst case scenario, you just cleaned some lake. Good. A metal peg leg once. That's fantastic. Now you have a free leg. Now you have another leg to stand on. This is great. Some people say, I wish I had another arm. You have another leg. You can run faster. Maybe like spider-like. I don't know. Maybe you can crab crawl better. But either way, you can find fantastic things. Sometimes you'll find an ATM. Sometimes you find guns. But either way, that's what happens on these channels. And some people don't find fucking shit. Okay? But I've wanted to do it forever. And today was my day. I was going to go test the waters, literally. Duty Ron. So what did I do? I went to a little creek. I said, I'm going to go down and stumble to the creek. And I'm going to toss it in. Just see what happens. I wanted my first toss to be something that I was proud of. I wanted it to go in a place that also isn't terrifying, but also where I would least likely find a gun, because that's like something I don't want to find my first time. Or grenades. Some people find grenades, sometimes live grenades. That's very scary. So yeah, you can find scooters, all sorts of stuff. So I go down to the creek at the park. Let me prepare my thingy I got you, my recording for your viewing pleasure. So I go down there and I say, I set everything up. I'm ready to go. And then I look down at the water and I go, oh, fizzle sticks. I didn't really look at the water that much. And I just realized that water's really fucking low. And so at that point I was like, well, goddamn, that water's really low. And it's at this place we call Snake Bridge. And we call it that because sometimes, especially in the hot summer, there's a ton of snakes in there. Ooh, and I don't like snakes, but Dylan likes snakes. So he'll walk the Hugin down there and he'll look at the snakes. Now, me, not a big fan, but I know in this cooler weather, there's not very many snakes. But last time I saw that creek, which was a few weeks ago, it was very high. And it's got a cute little bridge over it. The water was very high, very, very high. And then I look down after setting my shit up, getting it all spread out. I lean over. I should have looked at that first. And I go, wow, there is less than a foot of water here. So I put everything back in the bag and I walk to the other side of the bridge. Wow, it's just rocks. There's barely any water here. Then I walk down a little bit to another mini bridge that usually has deeper water. And I saw a diaper, a tampon, what definitely looked like either chones or swimming trunks covered in shit, and some just interesting graffiti that tells me this person doesn't spell good. And it just looked like a little drug haven area. And I was like, I don't want to get a needle or something. And also not a lot of water. Lots of used sanitary stuff. It was a jury tam. Bev was down there. She was huffing. She was huffing Tampax. So I got stressed and I was like, well, I can't fucking do it here. So I wandered around a little bit in this park to find any area where, and then it occurred to me like, well, if I'm magnet fishing over here and dirty tampons upstream, dirty tampon and shit pants and probably condoms are all filtering into whatever I catch. What if water slid over the disgusting stuff and now it's touching my feet? So then I panicked. And I looked at it and I'm like, there's not even enough water to do shit. The chances of me getting dirty, filthy shit chones, tampon touched, condom touched water on me are greatly increased now. And then I was like, if I throw my magnet in, it's probably just going to smash on a rock and break or something fucked up. I don't know how durable they are. Then it started drizzling and I said, fuck. So I thought, well, this was a terrible decision to pick this park. Also, a girl got stabbed a few years ago very close to where this was, and it's just you can still see stains on the sidewalk. I was like, this is not a good environment for me, even though it's a very safe park. That's like the one thing that happened. So I was like, oh, this doesn't feel. I mean, there's snakes, there's sanitary napkins, there's shit chones. Hello, his airness. Goddamn. There doesn't see, I can see all the way to the bottom. There doesn't seem to be anything interesting. So I'm like, meh. I decided to pull the magnet out just to see, like, well, how big is it? How durable is it? Maybe we could still make something happen. And when I pulled it out, I just forgot that the bridge is all metal on that one part, and it just went blomp and stuck to it. So then I was like, oh, this will be easy to pull off. And it was not. It was not easy to pull off. It was not easy to get that magnet that can pick up, 700 or 1,700 pounds, to get it unstuck from the metal bridge. So I pulled it and I pulled it. And just when I thought my chest was about to pop, like not my tits, my chest. And I thought that maybe the thing from Spaceballs would shoot out and start dancing with a top hat. That's how fucking long it took. And it went boosh. And then I got it off and I was like, ah. So usually when it's picking up stuff in the water, there's at least algae or some sort of weird buffer. Sometimes it'll drop things, apparently. But when it's just a dry ass magnet touching a dry ass fucking metal bridge, I'm just an R word. And I mean that with love. So at that point, I got it unstuck. And I'm allowed to say that because I got put in some weird classes as a kid. But regardless, I did stick the magnet to the bridge by accident. And so then I tried to get it off, and I did. It took a while, and I was a little flustered. And I was like, well, I'm not magnet fishing today, I guess. I guess I'll just do it tomorrow. And I turned around, and I saw what I can only describe as the most virile display of pure type A masculinity going on in the park. Two men who, and I say men because really what they are is, I mean, they're beyond dungeon master at this point. These are Jedis in training. There were two homies, two dudes in the park, two fellas, engaging in an act of nostalgic, historic, and traditional battery known as combat. Not just any combat, not hand-to-hand combat like in Texas, like not martial, or what was it called? The kind of, it's not the combat that like the cops are like, legally you can do this if you both agree. No. It was sword combat. I saw two knights refusing to save pussy for the rest of us, as they say, for those who partake. I saw two men clearly got dates to prom. There's no way they didn't. I saw two knights in shining knee pads fighting each other with swords, and not the kind of swords where it's like, oh, these fellas are practicing for the Olympics. It's the kind of swords where it's like, oh my God, you got your fucking brother a sword for Christmas? And it's like, yeah, he likes hentai and anime and he's a fucking freak. Of course I got him a sword. He doesn't like other things. Then your family's like, he's going to attack us in the night. And it's like, well, that's on you. Those kind of swords. And so naturally, I got in my car and I watched. As God's creatures fought. I kept them purposefully blurry when I decided to purchase an Android phone. I thought about this years in advance. I said, I will not commit to iPhone. We don't need to see their facial features to know these men are serious. They mean business. What I really would like to point out is, yeah, one kind of has like a cape. Yeah, one's in some jean shorts with they both have knee pads and shin guards. And yeah, the jean shorts are they're long, so they're tucked into. And yeah, there is a kid on a bench, their age, clearly their homie, sitting there, programming his watch and watching his besties in awe. And then there's someone over here on this bench who's also pretending to read, but looking over the book, saying, wow, who are these two strong sons of bitches? And then there's me parked in my car, staring at them, holding a phone up, just soaked. Now I am peeking over the passenger seat, which I'm leaning forward to be under it. I'm holding the phone up over the headrest so I can see this shit. Now it's not much, but it's all I could get. When I was driving away, I thought I was filming it, so I thought it would be a lot longer, but it turns out I actually turned the filming off and filmed nothing but my lap. And then at the good part, that's when I turned it off. Why do I say good part? Because the one on the right took his sword, and as they were having a pretty cool back and forth, lots of and I, like they were yelling. This one over here, old big boy on the roof, took his sword and came down with the force of 1,000 Hugans and cut the knee pad off of this one. It was so wild. And he went, dude, oh my God. And then they giggled like little fucking ditzes, and I drove off. They were going at it. Again, it's not much, but if I show you too much, I don't know if you can handle it. I mean, world's in the park, dude. Homies watching, kids playing behind them. Creep over here. Goosh. Were they wearing motorcycle helmets? I think. I don't know what other kind of helmet it is. Who's to say I didn't? Who's to say I didn't? They're amazing. It's like a dance. They're telling a story with their bodies and their swords. These are adult men in the park. 1, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, something like that. Just tearing ass at each other. Like, this is normal behavior. Now, I did get caught. I did get that one sawed. 'Tis but a scratch, my lord. They're asking. They were really, it took everything inside of me not to pin them down. I'm so sorry. Dude, if they had 2 goats, bye, Dylan. I'd be married to that one. Which one's your favorite? Which one are you gonna fuck? Hey, Laura. Hey, Laura. I saw guys sword fighting in the park today. Now, when I tell you it took everything inside of me not to throw my magnet at them and take their swords, I thought about it. I could have done a drive-by magnet fish. I could have tossed my magnet out, taken their swords, and then driven away laughing like fucking Big Boss Man at Big Show's dad's funeral. I could have taken their swords. What do you do if a bitch takes your swords? If you're just trying to fight in the park and make pussies wet and then a bitch takes your swords, what do you do? Hello, feminine. I'm glad you're roaring laughing. I'm upset. I want to go back and take their swords. Austin is wild. This is daytime. This is daytime outside, close to kids. in a not terrible neighborhood. No, Laura, you're exactly where you need to be. If Andrew's in the room, let him know that you're about to get hard at another man, possibly two. Because check out what these dudes did. Yeah, dude. Isn't that the one where doesn't she say something like, you can't, or she like screams something? She screams something at him. It's pretty funny. I should have screamed at him. Should have thrown my magnet and taken their swords. I'm going to go back. They'll be there tomorrow. These guys practice all the time. Look how good they are. Yeah, there it is. What fuck? What fuck? Dude, I will, if I ever see swordmans again, I don't care who's with me, my mom, Dylan, the doctor, the police, I'm going to yell, what the fuck? And I'm going to throw my magnet and get their swords. Dude, people rollerblade here all the time. We have roller girls. They roller skate and fight. Sometimes they wrestle and break their elbows in front of you, and it's a whole thing. And this guy, old blurry face, I wish I had a better phone. Hello, Dark Angel. Hello. Be careful. These are adult men fighting with swords. The one on the bench, he really did. I don't know if he was on mushrooms, ketamine therapy. Maybe he had a DMT vape. He was lost in this dance between two bodies. This story being told. The story of, I can't believe they had real swords. Here's the fucked up part. When I was walking towards them, at first I had to do a double take. They had pulled the swords out of like a sheet. They're like, and they presented them like this. They were like, and I was just like, and I was definitely just staring at them. And then I get in my car and I pack everything. And then I just squatted and I just watched. Is this what they do when the women work? You know, you would think that, Stevie, and I'm glad you brought that up because I briefly worked overnight at a coffee shop here when I was bored and trying to make a little money. There's touring season for comics. It's like there's like 3 months out of the year. It's usually around January where you're just not, there's no tours going on. You're not making money. The country's fucked up because weather and all sorts of shit. And everybody kind of gets a side hustle. And I got one at a coffee shop that was so fucking crazy and unhinged that I kept it. And I used it for my acts because so much grit. Like one time we were next to the state hospital. So whenever a crazy person gets released, they show up right there because it was 24 hours. I was the only person working overnight other than like a high school kid who would just do stunts and hurt himself all the time. Like he'd go, hey, cat, check this out. And he'd like flip over the fucking counter and like break his foot. One time he was like, yo, check this out. And then he threw up a pasta tin and cut his wrist when it came down. It was a pasta sauce tin. And then he had to go to the hospital. And then there was another girl that worked there sometimes who told me she was polyamorous. And then that's all we fought about. And I told her it's never going to work. You're insane. She tried to explain pronouns and polyamory and all these things to me. I figured it out. But I still don't agree with polyamory because everyone's too selfish for that. And I told her it wouldn't work and stop. And she kept going and it didn't work. And I was right. So the rest of our time together was me telling her, ha ha ha, I was right. We had so many swordsmen come in. We had a guy who was on Forged in Fire who one time was like, you want me to prove it? And I was not saying you're not from Forged in Fire. I didn't say I don't believe you. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, what? You don't believe me? And I was like, no, I do. He's like, I'll prove it. And he got his sword out of his trunk. And then another guy, unsolicited, inside the coffee shop said, oh my God, I have that model from blah, blah, blah. And then he got a sword out of his trunk. And I shit you not, we had to ask them to stop sword fighting on the patio. And other people who were watching went, ah, and hated me for it. So when I tell you swords are big here, when I got jumped and was being brutally beaten, my roommate drove by the beating. He had a sword in his trunk. He did not stop to help. because he did not recognize me. I was very bloody. But he said if he had recognized me, he would have pulled his sword out and started chopping their fucking heads off. Now, did I take Ryan back to test the bluntness of his sword to see if that was even possible? Yes, it was too blunt. They would have almost murdered him because he's tiny. So I'm glad he didn't, but also, why did he have a sword in his trunk? Anyway, so many people have swords. It's crazy. I'll show you one more time so you guys can all get a little bit soaked before we move on. And here's another thing. I worked with a dude who, his name is Charlie, but at a very young age, he came here from Japan. He started a fantastic restaurant called like Maikimo's or something. Maikamos. It was amazing. But before that, we worked together at that haunted costume shop. The one where I don't believe in ghosts, but scary shit happened. Totally sweet dude. Sweetest dude on earth. 2 years after, when I'm doing comedy and he's off with his new job, motherfucker pulls a sword out and chases a local DJ and tries to murder him with it and cuts him up. So that guy had a sword. Charlie had a sword, and he's in prison. People chase each other with swords here. It's really crazy. It's out of control. They like chase each other with swords. Like my homie cut up my other homie. Like I know this DJ, Miguel. It's fucked up. People are off swords. They have swords. It's a problem. And in Austin, machete crime's on the rise, but they're always on the rise. There's always someone with a goddamn machete trying to cut at people. They're big ones, like Alibaba swords and shit. You'd slide off Mudang with that shit. What was it Charlie said? You could cut a camel's hump off and drink his milk? Told you everything can be milked. Dude, personally stoked as well, except the water's not high enough. The strength magnet that I'm working with is 7 or 750 pounds, although it could be 1,700. I forgot. I think it's 7. But it's okay because I have a backup magnet that I ordered, and they sent it. The kit didn't come with everything in it, but I really didn't need the kit. I just need the magnet, so I sent that one back, and I'm waiting for a return on that to get same size, just the magnet, because I want to have backup magnet in case we come across something really fucking sick, like a Mudang or a motorcycle. But yeah, a Ben fight or a pen fight, any fight. But these people bring swords. And there was a sword fight on the bridge where a bunch of people gathered with their swords and had sword fights. There's one downtown on campus. There was like fake swords and I think water pistols, and then a bus hit a kid. And that you can watch on YouTube, and we're not going to. It's fucked up, but the kid steps right in front of the bus and it just goes splat like Regina George. It's fucked up. Yeah, you need to quit playing with swords, Noelle. Noelle's out there doing kung fu in the yard. Hello, Noelle. Very excited about this magnet fishing journey because if anything, even if I never do actually get to fish for magnets, I'm going to certainly see other things like this. And it's going, yeah. Hello, Frank. Yes, the bus hit the kid. So it was the beginning of the school year at UT. Here's what I remember, because I lived on West Campus at the time. And they would do this shit where all the seniors or whatever, they would like run out into the streets and they would have water gun fights and soft sword fights, like foam swords. They all look like Alibaba. The swords, not the people. Some of them do. We're a very diverse community. So they'd all run out in the street, right? Right in front of where the fucking tower shooter fucking Whitman, but like right on Guadalupe, right on Dragon. They just run out in the street and they all attack each other and it's fun, right? Well, the problem is when a bus is fucking coming, okay, real fucking fast, and you don't pay attention to the light, you're supposed to do it when it says walk. You just step your happy ass out with your fucking gun. And then a bus smashes into you like Regina George. And you fly 30 feet. And then you get the fuck back up like... The kid got up and he was like, whoa. And I guess that's why they felt okay putting it on the news. But it is it's like you're watching, you're like, look at all these, oh, they're about to run out, and then thwack, bus. It's insane. Yeah, you could go to the scrapyard and you can get money back. And if you find a really old gun, like a black powder pistol, you don't have to turn it in or anything. You just keep it and resell it. Try to fix it up. If you find evidence of a crime, you can snitch. I'm going to dry snitch, wading through wet water. It's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to keep doing what I did today when it didn't work out because the water was not high enough, which is watching strangers who are adult men, strapping men, tell stories with their bodies by doing a sword fight in the park, not with the kind of swords that win you medals at the Olympics and valor, but the kind of swords that make it really hard to get a date at prom. But they're going to get a date at prom because they're soaking everyone in the park. Look at how good they are. You tell me Texas isn't magical. Everything's bigger here, even the helmets. Okay, so that happened. Another thing that happened today. And another thing. Okay. Hezbollah is so cute. He put out a promo. We're not going to watch it. Here it is. Jesse the Body Ventura. Now, if you're a wrestling fan, you know anything about old school wrestling, Jesse the Body Ventura, he was a wrestler who became governor of Minnesota, right? And he has a lot of views. Who's to say they're wild? Kayfabe, though, fucking badass. He was in Vietnam. He has a cool voice. It's so fun to do impressions of. There's a guy named James Adomian who does a perfect one. He is a homie of mine. And best fucking Jesse the Body Ventura impression I've ever seen. And I will show it to you after this. But Jesse, very well known, especially back in Saturday Night Main Event history, when he went from wrestler to governor to commentator, and then or to commentator to governor, and then back to commentator. Very well known for having a bit of a mouth, okay? Bit of a mouth. And goddamn was he funny. He hates Republicans and Democrats, fancies himself a libertarian, but doesn't say weird libertarian shit so much as shit that makes me go, damn, this guy's got a fucking point. So shit went down. A woman got murdered by ICE. They said she tried to run the ICE agent over. The ICE agent said, we fucking blew her away. Okay. Some people don't care. Some people do. Some people are very upset about it. It's definitely, I mean, the military attacking citizens on U.S. soil when there is no civil war. It makes no sense. Fair enough. Jesse has some thoughts. Because Jesse's from Minnesota where this happened. And he went to the high school right by where it happened. I love Jesse Ventura. And today he went the fuck off on the press. And in particular, Fox News. I was in awe. Now, if you thought the knife fighting, if you thought that got you soaked, wait till you hear what this man says on national live TV, local live TV, and now all over the fucking internet. Exactly. Jaywalking, in my opinion. Jaywalking. Don't jaywalk and you won't get hit by a car. It is giving 19. You know what? That's a great point. That's a great point. And that's scary because anything that pleases Miss Shorty is terrifying. So I'm going to show you the greatest interview in the history of news because Jesse the Body Ventura cut a fucking promo on the U.S. government today. And I love him. And it's the greatest thing I've ever heard. And I want him to run for president now. And I don't care how old he is. I don't care if he's losing his goddamn mind now or in 10 years. I don't care. Just put him in there. I like his jacket. I like everything about what he says. I'll shut up now. Listen to this.
Better to have that conversation, or what would you say?
No,
Let's go back. Let's go back.
Chris, did it make you feel better to have that conversation, or what would you say?
no, I'm just saying, as a graduate of Roosevelt High School and as the former governor of Minnesota, I'm so proud of Roosevelt High School and how they stood up for what is supposed to be America and freedom. And freedom is not arresting people without warrants. We have a system here. It's called a Constitution. And we have a party, the Republicans, who don't seem to want to abide by the Constitution. January 6th is a prime example of that. And now they're all free and they're in charge. You know what? Maybe it's time for Jesse. I only did one term. I'm owed a second.
Mr. Ventura, can you tell us, remind us, you went to school here?
I went to school here. I'm a 1969 graduate of Minneapolis Roosevelt. I'm proud of them for what they did. They made me proud as an alumni. Go Teddies.
What are your thoughts? I know we're jumping in, probably doubling up on
That's
some
right.
of his questions, but what are some of your thoughts about what unfolded yesterday? And then after that, what you saw?
Well, I've told you already, we're a country of the Constitution. We have leadership now that has destroyed the Constitution. They don't follow it. They could care less about it. Am I right or wrong? I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party is a domestic enemy to our Constitution. I can't get any bolder than that, can I?
And you obviously saw the video that the student shot outside here, and that obviously elicited a lot of emotions for you. Just
What do you
watching
mean
that.
the student shot?
There were some
outside?
students who shot the video of the chaos here yesterday. It was
No, I
nice.
didn't even
Oh,
see
you didn't
it.
see it? Okay,
yeah.
I thought
I
you
didn't
did.
see it.
Okay. Okay.
The only thing I've seen is the murder.
So talk about, you were a student here. When did you graduate? And
1969.
Have you been back here? Talk about that. Is this like first time back?
Did you hear that? The only thing I saw was the murder, because they're calling it, listen to what they call it. I love this. I love how he frames
Student
it.
shot outside here, and that obviously elicited.
Wait.
I can't get any bolder than that, can I?
No, I want to hear him say it again.
To defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party is a domestic enemy to our Constitution. I can't get any bolder than that, can I?
And you obviously saw the video that the student shot outside here, and that obviously elicited a lot of emotions for you. Just
What do you
watching
mean
that.
the student shot?
There were some
outside?
students who shot the video of the chaos here yesterday. It was
No, I
nice.
didn't even.
Of the chaos here yesterday. See how they call it? The footage of the chaos. I would argue there was nothing chaotic about it. A woman was trying to leave in a neighborhood. She hadn't committed a crime. Strangers came up to her to stop her, right? Strangers who are dressed like they're in the fucking military. And they're not in the military. And usually when you see people like that approach you aggressively in a car, you do exactly what that woman did. You fucking gun it the fuck out of there. Because you're being approached by redneck hillbilly racists. So, yeah, exactly. When a man tries to open your door and he's covered in camo and he fails to identify himself and you're not committing a crime and you've done nothing wrong, unmarked, I don't care who the fuck they are. Those are not police. And when you get away and they try to jump in front of your vehicle, that's called a slip and jimmy. They're trying to get a little insurance money. I don't give a fuck what the deal is. She had no gun. She's a fucking poet, for Christ's sakes. What's she gonna do? Rhyme at you? There was no need for that. Let her go. Have an officer pull her over up the road safely. There is not a single departmental policy in the United States that says to do what they did. They're not cops. Now, they weren't military either. So what the fuck are they? They're ICE? And they're in a residential neighborhood bothering a stranger, chasing them, trying to open their door, not saying who they are, unmarked. You know, if that happened in Chicago, okay, would it be different? If you were in Chicago and somebody did that, would it be different? What if they were black? I bet you $1 million if a white dude shot a black person running up on them in camo, there would be an argument. There would be a defense. There would be a defense. People would make it like it's no big fucking deal. The government would absolutely allow that. They already have. And a lot of people are just blown away like, oh my God, they're doing it to white people too. It doesn't matter what color you are. If you're Mexican, if you're white, if you're black, like they shouldn't be doing that to anyone because they're not real police. Okay. They're not military. They're not actual police. They're not any, they're ICE agents who have been improperly trained. They half of them have fucking, the amount of them that have Aryan and Nazi tattoos is very disturbing. Very disturbing. It's someone driving away from you, you're not allowed to shoot them. Someone running away from you, you're not allowed to shoot them. In a murder case, if there are shots in the victim's back, that's kind of what constitutes the whole point of this was murder. It's not self-defense. It's murder. Their back is to you. They are clearly exiting the situation. There is not a department on earth that would say that was proper protocol, what they did. In fact, there are federal guideline handbooks for every single department available in the US government. FBI, DEA, like everything. TIA, CIA, like even the fucking special ops. You can look up the policies and the procedures just like we did Canton. Not a single one of them says to do that shit. Any of that. Had they been trained the way, believe it or not, ICE agents used to be trained. Past administrations, they were actually trained. And a lot of them were pretty good at interrogation. And they focused on big shit like cartel shit. He shot her in the head while she was exiting the situation. For no fucking reason. Why? Why? Why were they even there? Wasn't it snowing and all shitty outside? Ugh. He's about to say some really remarkable stuff. I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to go back a little and I'm not going to say another word. I'm really going to do it this time. I'm not going to say another word. I want you to hear this full speech. It's one of the most incredible things I've ever heard. He's amazing. I agree with every single thing he says.
They don't follow it. They could care less about it. Am I right or wrong? I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party is a domestic enemy to our Constitution. I can't get any bolder than that, can I?
And you obviously saw the video that the student shot outside here, and that obviously elicited a lot of emotions for you. Just watching
What do you mean
that,
the student shot?
there were some
outside?
students who shot the video of the chaos here yesterday.
No,
It was
I
nice.
didn't even
Oh,
see
you didn't
it.
see it? Okay, I thought
I
you
didn't
did.
see it.
Okay. Okay.
The only thing I've seen is the murder.
So talk about, you were a student here. When did you graduate? And
1969.
Have you been back here? Talk about that. Is this like first time back?
No, came back to homecoming 2 years ago. No. I'm a proud graduate. I held 3 school records in swimming, 2 District 17 records. Our football team was undefeated. We won. Back then, there were no playoffs. We played St. Paul Central for the Twin City Championship and defeated them. I think it was 21-6. And we did that at the old brick house, if you remember that, the old University of Minnesota. That's where they used to play the Twin City Championship game. There weren't playoffs then.
Dave Winfield was on that Central team, wasn't he?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. We beat Dave Winfield and Central.
Just to be abundantly clear about what you're doing, what you wanted to do at the school here today.
I just came here today to show my support as a graduate of Roosevelt and tell them how proud I was of what they did of keeping ICE off of this campus. This is a place of learning, and you learn things like the Constitution. You learn about warrants. You learn about things of that nature. And what we're getting right now is violating all that, what kids are being taught. You want to know something? I'll give you a quote. We're a third world country now. You want to know why? I'm an expert. I've been to them. I spent 17 months in Southeast Asia while the draft dodger was playing golf, right? You know how I know we're a third world country? Because in third world countries, they have the military doing their police work in the cities when you walk around. I was in the Philippines the day Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law and went under dictatorship. We went from nobody to a guy with a machine gun on every corner. That's what happens in a dictatorship. In comes the military. That's what's happening here. And people better wake up to it. You want to read something? Then read your history of Germany and start comparing the tactics of what happened in 1930s Germany to what's happening here. Read history. You'll learn from history. And this is nothing new. This is all repeated. This is a game plan, it looks like to me, of what's going on here. How dare Minnesota? We'll take care of ourselves. We don't need federal troops coming in here without warrants.
Some people have said this undermines local law enforcement.
It undermines the entire Constitution. The military cannot be turned loose unless it's a national emergency. They're going to tell me this is a national emergency.
Message for Trump or message for Governor Walz?
Who was that? You mean the draft dodging coward? I don't call him by name. He's the draft dodging coward. The military cannot be turned loose unless it's a national emergency. They're going to tell me this is a national emergency.
Message for Trump or message for Governor Walz?
Who was that? You mean the draft dodging coward? I don't call him by name. He's the draft dodging coward who, when it was his time to serve his country, he did what all rich white boys did. I wasn't a rich white boy. I grew up in South Minneapolis. Most of me and all my friends are Vietnam veterans. We had to go. But the rich white boys never had to go, did they? And he didn't have to go, did he? And yet he's going to tell me what courage is?
Are you supporting Governor Walz and Mayor Fry the way they've been outspoken towards?
Absolutely. Good for them and good for these people that stood up. They're teaching their students something, that we are a country, that we have to be a country of law and a country of the Constitution. They're all forgetting about the Constitution of the United States of America. We don't even have it anymore. After January 6th, are you kidding me? And then they all get turned loose and now they're in charge. I gave up on this country when this guy I haven't even watched the news since last November. I stumbled onto this and now look what you've done to me.
Well, thank you for stopping. I appreciate it.
Here I was leading a nice quiet life and now you've injected me back in here and probably going to make me the governor of Minnesota again.
And you seem fired up and motivated.
Because somebody needs to clean up what the Democrats and Republicans constantly wreck. And you notice I lump them together. You know, I should use my old name for them, the Democrats and the Republicans, which my apologies to the Crips and Bloods for Minnesota again.
And you seem fired up and motivated.
Because somebody needs to clean up what the Democrats and Republicans constantly wreck. And you notice I lump them together. You know, I should use my old name for them, the Democrats and the Republicans, which my apologies to the, and you notice I lump them together. You know, I should use my old name for them, the Democrats and the Republicans, which my apologies to the Crips and Bloods for using their name in that way.
And Governor, would you like to say anything about yesterday, what happened, a tragic situation?
Yeah.
Anytime you have the loss of life that needlessly happens, that's tragedy. And what occurred yesterday did not have to happen. There is no way. I've seen the tape of it, and who is this, the governor of South Dakota? Has she ever met a person of color? Do they have any in South Dakota?
Good. Thank you for stopping. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dude.
Talking about on that, right?
Get them, Jesse, get their ass, snatch their wig, stomp a mud hole in these motherfuckers, even though I know you just did. I love him. I love him. Democrats and Republicans. And then he apologized to the Crips and Bloods for lumping them in. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Forgetting about the Constitution of the United States of America. We don't even have it anymore. After January 6th, are you kidding me?
They should play this over like an injustice speech.
And then they all get turned loose and now they're in charge. I gave up on this country when this guy got, I haven't even watched the news since last November. I stumbled onto this, and now look what you've done to me.
This is his charm. And now look what you've done to me. This is when I realized, I was like, man, he was so good at cutting promos, because if you go back and watch his promos, he's saying how he really feels. He's not just adhering to the storyline. He interjected a lot of personal opinions into his wrestling promos. And I will be at Wilder Times. I will be. It's gonna get its own lo-fi hip hop, and I'm sending it to Jesse. Okay, he used to do this exact same tactic. Look what you've gone and done to me. Look what you've done. Now you've made it so that I have to fight you in the Thunderdome. He just took an old, subtle reference that indicates he's fired up and he's ready to fucking fight. Look what you've done to me. I was trying to have a normal day, and now I have to run for governor. And now you've made me governor. The Democrats and the Republicans this is the shit. Like Chris Jericho can do this too, but he's got a wonky brain. He's not very good with politics. His wife was at January 6th. Okay. And Jericho's born Canadian. So let's calm down with that. But they have the same brain with promos. The way Jesse applies it, it's how he really feels. Those are the best wrestlers. Those are the best speakers. They're really the best people. Like when you can interject passion and your personal experience into causes and thoughts that you give a damn about. I think that's important. And when I watch him, I believe everything he says. But when I watch old Cheeto fuck, I don't believe a damn word that guy says. I don't even think he knows what he's saying. It's like when it's like when like a racist old lady in your hometown is yelling about trans people in the fucking post office. It's like, I can't with you right now. You've been going 45 minutes and that person wasn't even trans. Like that's literally how crazy they are. Like, people get so angry at other people merely existing. And there are other people who exist to just rant about that anger. And they're not saying anything of substance. They're not giving reasons. They're just judging and bitching and damning other people to hell. Like, it's for them, it's a real place. And Jesse is up here giving statutes, quoting the Constitution, and now subtly, almost flirtatiously saying, "You've just made me the governor and I'm trying to have a good day." He is the epitome of someone who understands how to work a room, but understands what constituents want. He understands what the audience wants. They want to hear passion, and people want to hear somebody who cares, somebody who recognizes, hey, this is fucked up and I'm seeing it too. And that's what I always did like about him. Even if I didn't agree with everything he said at times, he really was good at speaking for the little man, if you will, speaking on behalf of others. Even if he didn't agree with how they felt, they're his constituents. It's very fascinating, the crossover between wrestling and politics. They really are very intertwined. But I think he's very fascinating. And I love the idea of a Jesse Ventura political comeback. And more than that, I would love to see a Linda McMahon exit. I'd love to see her tuck her dick between her legs and run the fuck out like she did last time. I would love to see that. That would be fantastic. If we could put him in, take out Linda, oh my God.
Boys never had to go, did they? And he didn't have to go, did he?
Bone
And yet
spurs.
he's going to tell me what courage is?
No, he could never tell you in your SEAL Team 6 beanie and your sick ass gas station glasses. He can't tell you shit. He's bitching about fucking bone spurs. You're still at Saturday Night Main Event, and you're cutting a hot promo outside your high school, and you're standing up for justice and the Constitution. And I fucking love that for you. And I'm soaked, Jesse. Ungovernable, like Moo Dang.
Are you supporting Governor Walz and Mayor Fry the way they've been outspoken towards?
Absolutely. Good for them and good for these people that stood up. They're teaching their students something, that we are a country, that we have to be a country of law and a country of the Constitution. They're all forgetting about the Constitution of the United States of America. We don't even have it anymore. After January 6th, are you kidding me? And then they all get turned loose and now they're in charge. I gave up on this country when this guy I haven't even watched the news since last November. I stumbled onto this, and now look what you've done to me.
Well, thank you for stopping. I appreciate it.
Here I was leading a nice, quiet life, and now you've injected me back in here and probably going to make me the governor of Minnesota again.
And you seem fired up and motivated.
Because somebody needs to clean up what the Democrats and Republicans constantly wreck. And you notice I lump them together. You know, I should use my old name for them, the Democrips and the Republicans, which my apologies to the Crips and Bloods for using their name in that way.
And Governor, would you like to say anything about yesterday, what happened, a tragic situation?
Yeah.
Anytime you have the loss of life that it needlessly happens, that's tragedy. And what occurred yesterday did not have to happen. There is no way. I've seen the tape of it. And who is this, the governor of South Dakota? Has she ever met a person of color? Do they have any in South Dakota?
Thank you.
Dude, I love him. He's just the best. Exactly. Even his coat says Governor Jesse. He's the best. I thought you guys would love that. I think he's great. I think he's really great. And that scathing hot promo was delivered and hand fed to us today by way of the mainstream media. And I thought that was important to point out. I thought that was very important to point out. Now, another thing that's interesting the tide is turning. One more short political thing, and then we'll move on. And why do I say political thing? Because it has to do with a guy that y'all may recognize called the QAnon shaman. Do you remember him? He was that feller who skinned an animal, put it on his head, and then ran up to Nancy Pelosi's office and was just like la 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 and like acting like a fucking idiot. And then he I think he tried to steal a podium or something. He's just a lot. He's a lot. And there's news about him. And I thought it was very fascinating. And if I can fucking find it, here it is. So he's had a bit of a change of heart, it seems.
This is Jacob Chansley,
Let me pause. Okay. Well,
better known as the QAnon shaman.
give it one moment. There we go. It is taking forever. This is what's up with him. I'm hoping it doesn't copyright strike me or knock me off, but yeah. So QAnon shaman, I guess he flipped the whistle. I guess he just check this out.
This is Jacob Chansley.
Also, this is why when your son says, like, I'm just going to take a few years off before I go to college. But also, if he's like, nah, dad, I got a job at the mall. Like, if I worked at a Spencer's in college, I can tell you nothing good happens there. This is what happens if you let it go too long. This is what happens if you let them take too much time off. Okay, if they start putting feathers in their hair like Janelle, you need to fucking beat their ass.
Better known as the QAnon shaman. He became known around the world after the January 6th attack.
There he is. That's the QAnon shaman. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
I mean, it's culturally inappropriate on so many levels. I would even argue that it's culturally inappropriate to have those sunglasses, that tie, the whole suit, and the feather, like everything, even the beard feels culturally inappropriate.
Ahead of the 5-year anniversary of the Capitol attack, I went to Phoenix to see what he's up to now.
And do you see why I brought up Spencer's in my history there? Because I see the earrings, dude. We all see the earrings. We see what's going on here. Okay, it's not 2004 anymore, babe. You need to move on. Babe, you need to move on. Babe, you can't wear those anymore. Take those out now.
I went to Phoenix to see what he's up to now.
Are you still a Trump supporter?
No. I thought you knew that.
Why not?
The man alone refusing to release the Epstein client list was enough for me and I think a lot of other people to be like, okay, this is bullshit.
He's done. He's done. The QAnon shaman gave up. The Epstein list is what got him. Now he thinks the Republicans are bullshit. He's back to liberal hippie. Dude. See, that's the thing, is they give up on shit. Like the lazy white boys with that shit in their ears. The ones with those tattoos. You know what I'm talking about. They're out at drum circles, but they also have a lot of weird ideas. They talk a lot about Jordan Peterson. Like, you have to be careful. Okay? You really have to be careful, because this could be your sons. If they get the American flag tinted on their aviators, ground them and beat their ass and kick them out of the house. Most importantly. Because it could just be the strangest thing. And I know this because I used to date people like him. Not him specifically, but the same mental. Like, just one thing they find out about something they don't like. That theater doesn't sell Twizzlers anymore. Okay, well, now we don't support, this director, this theater, and we don't go to that town. Like, they'll just give up on everything because of a slight inconvenience or imperfection or something that, because they're a little impatient. Now, me, I've always said release the Epstein files, but him, I would have expected him to hold out longer. He did storm the fucking Capitol, for Christ's sakes. Like, you already did the worst thing you could do. You may as well piss on the Constitution. You may as well piss on the White House. Like, you may as well. You wanted to take a shit in Nancy Pelosi's office on her desk. You know you did. You tried to steal a podium. Like, you destroyed relics of United States history. And it was the Epstein files that got you. Okay. He has no conviction. He did it for the theater. Yeah, he doesn't actually care. None of these people actually care. Because what's strange is it's not just Vice. All these news outlets are going back and interviewing people who just got pardoned. And they're like, fuck Trump. Like, they're all pissed. Because they're like, I shouldn't have gone to jail to begin with. And he's a fucking fascist because XYZ. And it's shit like where it's like, yeah, girl. Yes, I agree. Power to you. Agree 100%. Why didn't you think that before? Could have saved you all this jail time, silly. Fucking wild. Look, I'm not going to hate on it because what's the best we can expect from QAnon Shaman? I think this is it. And it's better than him being annoying and loud and pro all that shit, trying to storm it again. Maybe we can get him to annoy them now that he's mad at them. This could be a good situation we've got here. I don't know. Is it ever a good situation when it involves a man named QAnon Shaman? These are questions I'm asking you. What do you think? Has the shaman turned a new leaf? Okay, now I do have something else I'd like to show you, please. I just picked this out the other day and I keep meaning to show it to you on the sillies. So now we're winding down. I'm going to show you some silly, goofy stuff. I just love this. It's so creative. I want to try it on someone. Day 4 of talking to my boss like an insecure girlfriend. Like, talking to anyone like an insecure girlfriend, I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? And then I watched it and I got it immediately. And I love this guy. I love his social experiments. Who can we try this on? Are you going to try it on someone? Who are you going to try it on and why? And is it going to work? I love this so much. It's just going to make you laugh.
Hey, Amanda, are you traveling next week for work?
I am, but I'm going to be back on Friday, so...
Okay, so do you not want me to come with you? Or...
Right, it's for executives only.
Okay, so you hate me.
Okay, this is when you...
Hey, what are you having for lunch today?
I was thinking probably Chipotle.
I don't want that.
Okay, well then why'd you ask me that?
Are you mad at me?
The 10th works. Yeah. You're going on vacation?
I am going on vacation.
I guess you didn't tell me that. So
I don't need to tell you when I'm going on vacation, Brian. I do it as I wish.
Okay. Well, it's just, if you don't want to have one-on-ones with me, you could just say that.
I don't know why you're saying I don't want to have one-on-ones with you. I have to have one-on-ones with you.
See, right? You have to have one-on-ones with me.
Okay. I'm sending you a calendar invite for Monday, March 10th and a discussion, please.
It just feels like I'm after that sometimes.
Brian.
That was a good meeting.
It was. Good job, Brian. I'll see you on Monday.
We're not getting lunch?
No, I have way too much work to do. I'm too busy.
So once again, you're putting work first.
You always make me pay.
That's just because you make more.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like you only talk to me when you want me to work on something for you.
It's your job to work on things for me, Brian.
I know, but it'd just be nice if you did something for me, like happy hour. I don't know, anything, honestly.
Okay, well then let's just go to happy hour next Thursday.
You see, now you're only asking because I just told you.
What do you want from me, Brian?
It's fine. It's whatever. It's I don't care anymore.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, but can I just say one thing?
Okay. Let me get your butt up. You good? All right. It's time to address the people. Go ahead and talk to them. Oh, he's asleep. He's very much alive. Okay, he is a bit weekend at Bernie's. Oh, he's asleep again. He has fallen asleep sitting up. He is smiling. He is snoring. You want to say hi to the people? Do you want to say hi to the people? So the Hugin is asleep with his eyes open right now. I think he's starting to wake up. Nope, he's still asleep. I'll let you hear his. Oh, no, he woke up. He woke up, honey. It's okay. It's okay. You're awake. You're in front of fans. Shh, just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. No, he doesn't want to. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, go, Fuzzy. You did very good. Everybody loved you. They heard you snore. Don't be mad. Yup, he hooged. Okay. So he wants me to let Ladybug know. What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. He's okay. Well, he just went right back on the couch. He doesn't give a fuck. Okay. Do you hear the? I don't know if you can hear the chair, but it sounds like I'm farting, and that's cool. Hugin immediately abandoned us. You did get to hear him snore though, so he does that. You taught your Hugin how to sit today. Congratulations. Success. Great success. He's a very dignified older gentleman. He is very much like Jesse the Body Ventura. Also, Laura, he said thank you for donating for treats the other night. I wanted to bring him up to say hi to you, but he would not let me scoop him up. I only got him this time because he was asleep when I did it. Wild Hugins cannot be tamed, just like wild hearts can't be broken. He's a brutal animal. He will fight you. People in St. Bart's, the rich people, are getting face AIDS or something. I don't know. They're getting super chlamydia. They're getting like the Aussie flare. Something's going on. Rich people are getting chlamydia on their face. One of those rich people who's getting chlamydia on her face is Bethany Frankel, it seems. She says bacterial infection. This dock worker says chlamydia. St. Bart says everyone can have some. All the rich people have it. It's fucked. It's crazy. Let's see where this mystery began, shall we? And then we will hear from Bethany Frankel herself, and you will see old itchy twat face talk about it. And that's why you don't go to rich people island destinations, because they will give you sprays or whatever this. I don't know what's going. This is very spooky. If the rich people aren't safe, then we're fucked.
Hi, everyone. I work on a yacht in St. Bart's, and apparently there's a huge epidemic of chlamydia right now. A ton of boats have gotten hit by it. So everyone on that boat who hooked up with someone else on that boat has gotten chlamydia. And it's just spreading. It's just spreading all throughout St. Bart's. And apparently Patient Zero was a huge influencer. I'm not going to say who it was for, legal reasons. But yeah, apparently it was them. We've actually had STD outbreaks like this in previous years. I've worked in
Okay.
previous years as well. But never the
So, Deux Moi is on this. Faux Moi is on this. Perez is. Everybody's talking about this shit. And by everybody, I mean the people who talk about this shit. They're all talking about this shit. Crazy Days and Nights, I believe, even did a drop. Everybody said, oh, this influencer. There's an influencer, and they have influenced everyone with chlamydia. Okay. Okay, fair. Who the fuck are they? Who are they? Who's patient zero? People have thoughts. Immediately, I saw someone say, Tana Mongeau. I said, bitch, get back. I'll punch you in your throat. Don't you speak to Tana like that. The head of TanaCon, the most successful convention of all time. How dare you? My ex had herpes on his nose, says at Wilder Times. Fuck yeah, dude. That's the type of story I need to hear from you guys. Who had herpes where? Who had what disease where on their body? Please tell me in the comments. Name names. So we don't get it. Somehow, Gillian, you talking about the finance. I feel like if Ghislaine was responsible, Jeffrey would have said something. But nice try, girl, Ryan. Nice try. The financier. He's influencing people. Or she, we don't know. Although, yeah, I know you did. I know you've hung around with people who went to Ozfest. I know you've seen that. I used to go to St. Bart's in my childhood when Dada had to fix the grocery store. When your dad had to fix well, I'm still jealous. And also, did you plant chlamydia all those years ago, Laura? Good on you. That's the way to get them. Take them down from the inside. Get the rich. Give them chlamydia. Who put a koala on the ship?
It's bad. This is definitely really bad. And apparently this is like a super chlamydia strain, so it's really resistant to antibiotics.
Super chlamydia? Like a super yacht? This is exciting. This is exciting. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. You have chlamydia. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
So it's becoming a whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the winter season, like the holiday season, everyone in St. Bart's has this. But I mean, it is what it is. I feel like when you come here, you kind of come with the understanding of like,
I'll tell you what is what it is. That hair. What is that? What the fuck is going on here? Why you got the hair of my Aunt Tammy in 1982? I hope they do. I hope they all have. Oh shit, Satan's in here. You gave it to him, patient zero. Who did you will with chlamydia? Who did you will to have chlamydia? It's got to be. It's either you or Jesus. Who did it? SnoopyDupa chlamydia. Dupe-mydia? Fair hair. He's got fair hair. You got to be careful. You don't want to grab an Uncrustable. You know what I mean?
I will likely.
Also, clean your glasses, dude. I can see the smudge on my 480p shit monitor.
Get something over the course of my time here. And I guess just no one expected it to come from a super big influencer.
A super big influencer. Satan, who's the influencer? Who did it? You would know. Dupe-mydia. I'm telling you, dude. They got the chlamydia. We need to hit up Clam. Clam, what did you do? Did you put your ducks in that town and send them out with chlamydia in a little sack to spread around the town? Anyway, you're about to see who I think is patient zero. Now, I have no basis for this. This is a random rogue accusation I'm throwing out there. This is a presumption based on no fact whatsoever. This is me throwing darts at a wall going, maybe it's this lady. Maybe the huge influencer who is patient zero. Maybe it's the woman who talked mad shit to Ramona Singer, knowing Ramona had Sudoku eyes and a predilection to hang out with the Countess, who is definitely the type of bitch to pay for a voodoo spell to get did on you because etiquette. Bethany, you didn't follow proto, and now your face is no. Okay, you didn't. Okay, you were tardy to the party. Charcuterie is involved. Here's why I think it's her immediately. I'll tell you exactly why. Here's my basis. Because she went ahead and instead of saying a big influencer or well-known influencer, Bethany Frankel says mega influencer. Now, mega is a lot. That is a lot, Bethany. A mega influencer. Are you saying this so that if it comes out that it was you, you can say, I did say mega? There's even talk of a patient zero is exactly the type of shit they would say in Clue. Who are they? The person who fucking did it, Bethany. You better get some skinny girl antibiotics because I know you're a brand loyalist and it is your brand. Ruffled curtains matching the ruffled drapes. What the fuck? Could you not see it?
A night. So I went to St. Bart's and got a bacterial infection. This is it clearing up after strong antibiotics. My daughter has the same thing. Pussy bumps.
Hey, rich lady, thanks for coming on the internet to show us your pussy bumps. Why didn't you spell that out? Why didn't you type out pussy bumps? Oh, is it because it looks like pussy bumps? Okay, then why are you saying it? If the only way to spell it spells out pussy bumps, you know that's going to show up in the transcript. So, and if anything you ever say or spell somehow translates to potentially pussy bumps, just don't fucking say it and don't say it on the internet. You're an adult, ma'am. You have a child. Look, I know you're a celebrity. You're a little bit fucked up. You're a little bit. No, she said pussy bumps. Pussy. Hussy bumps is hilarious because that's also kind of a nickname for chlamydia that you just invented. And I'm starring it because that's a shirt that only she will buy. Stop showing us your pussy bumps. What would the countess say? She would say etiquette, never show people your skin infection. What the fuck is wrong with you? No one wants to see that. Jesus Christ. Okay, starring that. We're going to do a picture of Bethany. That's the title. That's the merch. Comment of the night. Double it and give it to someone else.
So I went to St. Bart's and got a bacterial infection. This is it clearing up after strong antibiotics. My daughter has the same thing. Pussy bumps all over her face is the second.
Pussy bumps. My daughter has pussy bumps. Don't tell us that on the internet.
Pussy bumps all over her face is the second.
I want to hear it again. It makes me gag, but I can't stop.
Bumps all over her face.
Nope.
My daughter has the same thing. Pussy bumps all over her face is the second time it's happened in a nice hotel or like rental.
Are you sure you were on St. Bart's? Did you accidentally end up on Little St. James? How the fuck?
I am going to.
How much was that pillow behind you? $4,000? What about this? What about this ill-fitting? Because look at your collar, honey. The countess would never allow it. What is this number you got on here? What is that? 8K? Maybe you could pay for someone to put a bag on your head next time you go on the internet to tell us about your pussy bumps and show off your skin rash. For fuck's sake. Why are you on a yacht in St. Bart's? It's goddamn January. Of course you're getting pussy bumps.
Develop a solution to this because people always talk about
Yep,
how could you
that's
take
her,
a bath in a
Noelle.
hotel room? How could you sleep on the sheets? Disgusting. I came home early.
Did you just did you just do a breathalyzer and oh my fucking Jesus Christ. I'm screenshot this, send it to the Countess. I'm just going to screenshot that part right there above this infection. When it's just you and the breathalyzer, baby.
Sleep on the sheets. Disgusting. I came home early for my trip.
She would never sleep on the sheets. Disgusting. And St. Bart's? Then why do you go? Why do you go places and sleep places that are disgusting? Did you learn nothing from high school? Did you learn nothing from Jason?
Wrong. Antibiotics. My daughter has the same thing. Pussy bumps all over her face is the second.
Maybe it's a family birthmark. Have you ever thought of that?
Time it's happened in a nice hotel or like rental home. I am going to develop a solution to this because people always talk about how could you take a bath in a hotel room? How could you sleep on the sheets? Disgusting. I came home early for my trip. That wasn't the only reason, but certainly it was a factor. I'll show you for real. Like this is it.
Oh,
Don't
thank you.
ever freak
Hey,
out.
hey, Bethany, thank you for zooming in on your pus pustules, but not popping them. That's real cool. That's real fucking cool because that's what I want to see. A pus-filled pustule. I don't want to see you popping it. That wouldn't be fun for Jesus Christ. Can someone send her our popping? Can we send her to Reddit? Brittany, you're missing your calling. Bethany, whatever the fuck your name. I don't want to know your name. You're showing me pustules unpopped. If you're not gonna lance it, get to dancing, sister. I want to go watch those dudes sword fight again. I want to see the guys sword fight to cut that shit off your face.
Mess. Disaster. Look at the draw. Look at under my eyes. Full. It's disgusting.
Yes, you have chlamydia eyes. But we actually kind of knew that if we watched season 1, huh?
Bathroom towels, sheets, all of it. They hold bacteria. It's vile. So I went to St. Bart's and got a bacterial infection. This is it clearing up after.
Okay, enough. You look fabulous, hon. Keep it up. Keep it up. You look great. Killing it. Killing it. Yeah, I don't know if you should pop an STD either, but then don't show it to me. If you're not going to pop it, don't show it to me. Oh, I'm not supposed to pop it. Okay, then don't show it to me because I just want to see it popped. I know that was a lot. I know, yeah, you could also get STDs on your face and eyes. In St. Bart's, it's chlamydia. Now, she's trying to play it off like a bacterial infection, and she's trying to play it off like she's not patient zero. And respect, but poorly done. Poorly done. So anyway. I know you need a cleanse. I know you're all a bunch of big fucking birds. I have to go soon. It's been a long day. Magnet fishing didn't work out. I did get to see a sword fight. Yes, they had knee pads. It's fine. Okay? Yes, a lot of bad things are happening in the world. Yes, we're all going to die because we can't afford eggs or milk. But look, it's a goddamn bird and it's fucking dancing to jazz.